one thing that I get asked by people is how do they know good tea? So let's talk about good tea, how to choose good tea. It's not based upon price. You and I both know that.
Yeah.
Sergey gives his hints and tips in learning how to identify quality tea. He will cover the equipment he uses when he's in the most remote parts of China, the techniques he uses, how he benchmarks his standard tea. He will talk about his flavour comparisons and his sensory indicators. And again, I can't thank Sergey enough for his time and generosity of his knowledge that he is now sharing with all of you. It's like, how can they look at tea and go, oh, this is good?
There's a lot of maybe methods how to make it. As you know, there's an English tea tasting tradition. It's like with the cups, with the brewing for 5 minutes.
Yes.
In Taiwan, we also use it,
yes.
but may a little bit differ because
yes.
we also smell aroma.
Yes.
And English tradition, Indian tradition, we don't. We very often don't smell. We just drink.
They just drink. And spit it out.
Yeah. But for me, I use anything, because it depends on the place where I originally situated. Because I often travel in some mountains area, and there is sometimes no guideline, no anything.
Yes.
There is just a cup and the tea and hot water, and no way. So I look at the ability. If I have a guideline, if I have a Gondalbei, I usually try to test it's more. Spend the time for that and just more accurate. So I usually brew at least 5-6 times each tea, and I smell and I brew it very slow. Don't hurry, and I brew maybe 6-10 cultivars, 6-10 types of tea together.
Types of tea.
Yeah. And to if I need to compare, or I need to look a lot of quantity of teas in one day. Sometimes I have not so many time, and I have maybe 30-50 types, and I need to test anything for 3 hours, for example.
Yeah.
So I brew it together 10 types or 6 types, and I often film it, and while I'm drinking I film, I describe it. I feel some taste of that kind of taste. Different tea testers have different methods, as I thought. My own method, I compare tea with tea, not tea with some fruits or some other types of food or wine or some different people looking for different associations. I looking for tea with tea associations. This is my own method. Maybe someone else have other.
Okay.
But then I know my own standard is for some kind of tea. I have it in mind and see, okay, this is Teguani. For me, it must be brewed at least 10 times. It must, on the third brew, it must open all the taste. It must have a smell like that, like a flower of, I don't know how to call it in English really.
Yes.
There is a flower with a pink color, small flowers, and we have it's Russian called sirene, and we know that this type of smell must be in it.
Okay.
And also, there is a must. The brewing must be constantly, at least 10 times, and if it's stopped at first or fourth or fifth time, it looks like the material is bad. So I just don't want it. Or if it's very cheap, I know, okay, it's cheaper tea, we sell it very cheap also, and it's okay.
Right.
But this is high grade tea, so the main is CP value. It's just to compare the price and the smell and the taste and the Waiguan, how it's called in Waiguan. I know how it's called in Chinese. My Chinese is better than English, sorry. Waiguan, it's like look, how it's called? Waiguan. It's like a dry leaf.
Yes. The appearance of the...
the appearance of dry leaf, and how it is, and if his leaf is broken or not, is it the same or not. But sometimes a lot of Chinese will like to look at this white one, this appearance, and they try to find the most beautiful tea. Oh,
Yes.
it's very each leaf, yeah, all these types. We look all this, but I look at the taste and aroma. For me, all this often you have a very unlikely and it's very bad, different. Have some chagan, these small pieces of how it called chagan.
Like broken pieces?
No. Chagan is this one, but more like this.
Oh, the stem.
The stem.
Yeah.
A lot of stems.
Yeah.
And it's not so beautiful, so maybe it must be not so tasty. I don't think so. Often we have some Yeshencha, like Yunnan Shencha, or you have some something like I can explain maybe some oolong tea, but it's like Moychay, not already processed fully. But this price is really cheap, but it's also tastes very nice.
Yes.
So for me, it's most important is CP value, especially because the Russian market. Because maybe up to 90% of my customers is Russians.
Yeah.
And of course we have overseas too, but not so many. And they're looking for not so expensive tea mostly, but very tasty, because we just study them to choose nice tea.
Yes.
To have this taste. And if this taste they don't think it's okay to them, we just we don't want to buy, even if it's very beautiful or something. So most important is the taste.
It's the taste. Okay.
How to more tricks for maybe just to drink it. I can explain if I can look the tea. You also know there's maybe also talk about Tiguanyin. Maybe 6 different types of Tiguanyin. White one, its appearance is the same. Little bit differ, but not very deeply differ.
Yeah.
But the taste can be very, very different. So of course you need to brew.
Yes.
And during the brewing, the best method, of course, is for me it's a gaiwan, it's gundao bei. You need to make it like gunfocha. You can brew it like Taiwanese or brew it like English style of tasting, but it can't discover, it can't explain you all the special taste or aroma of this tea. Like especially with oolong tea, if you brew it all together for 6 minutes and you do 3 grams, 6 minutes or 5 minutes, different. Yeah. And for me it's pretty strange for oolong tea, because each time you brewing, it opens each time of the process,
Opens,
because especially oolong tea have a lot of processing, and the third, the second, the first or the fifth brew opens each type of the process. For me, I feel it like that. Yeah. And this is about oolong tea, so you need to brew it like that for tasting. For me, it's like that. Right. But with green tea, it's more easy, of course. I think you can brew it only in glass cup, like Chinese do, especially in Anhui province.
The old grandpa style.
They just in China often you can find in some markets or in some stores and even some farmers who do that. They brew green tea just like in a glass. In a glass, I think it's okay. It's okay, especially it's not so expensive tea, like high level Jincha or some Meitan Suya or something like that, or maybe Huang Cha, like yellow tea, or this high graded like Bai Cha. This I think also need to brew in Gaiwan, especially for testing. Yeah. But usual green tea or usual Shen Cha, like pu'er tea, can be brewed like in glass, and you can smell aroma and feel the different. But only if you hurry up. I think like that. If you have time, you can brew anything more accurate and just spend the time and compare. And most things it's compare to different. And for me, it's very nice to remember what is the taste of your or the standard. What's the taste of the standard? If you don't remember it, keep it with you. If you go into China, you have your standard. You can have 100 grams of the standard, and each time you brew these 5 grams with you and compare. If you think, especially if you work for some market, if you want to sell it, you just. I'm not so often, but sometimes I do it when I don't remember, especially with green teas because I don't like it too much.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have my standard with me. Not so often, but sometimes. And also some tricks maybe about black teas. Black teas, it's very simple. You brew it if it's shit. Sorry, it's great. If it's very quickly. You brew it, have aroma. Wow. Smell, yes, all is okay. Okay, it's okay. You just can brew it in glass, in everywhere. It's will very quickly. It's just discover. You can open all the taste, all the smell. And if it's a bad tea, very quickly you understand it's a bad tea. No taste, no aroma, nothing.
Yeah.
You can brew it several times. It will be the same. So just very quickly glass. 3, 4, 5 grams as you like, and just put it in a glass, brew for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and it's okay. And very, especially, it's for me it's really hard because I can't study that anyone. I learned, I studied by myself, but for learning everyone in that, it's for me it's maybe pretty complicated, especially in English, because I have my own feeling, and I can't explain how I feel it. I just drink, and okay, this is not. And okay, this is okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes someone who traveled with me together, he said, Sergey, why do you think this is okay? I don't know. I just feel it.
It's instinct.
Yeah, it's like an instinct already. Because for now it's like, it's the same with the teapots.
Yeah.
How do you feel this material is okay? I just take this teapot in my hands and I feel its material is okay.
Yeah.
It's just like in Chinese there is one word like run. Run. It means that run is like a little bit water. It's like a ground after the rain. You see?
Okay.
Ground after the rain. It's very how it called? Very smooth, not smooth.
Slippery.
Slippery, a little bit slippery, but not too much.
Yeah.
Like jade. Like jade.
No,
this is not jade. This is jade. Yeah. This is also jun.
Yeah.
And this is how tea much flow through you. When you drink it, it must contain oil. If it's too dry, every tea, if it's dry, is bad. Of course. If it's have not, okay, this is okay. At first, it have oils.
Yeah.
And if it the same time it have a how it called the after taste, the first taste and taste after we already drink it. How it called? I forget.
The finish.
Finish taste. Yeah.
Yeah.
This finish. If it's long time, it's really nice tea.
Yeah.
Especially if you have maybe you drink few cups and after that you don't eat or don't drink for 20-30 minutes. If you still have this feeling, it can be two things. Or this tea is total shit, is just added some artificial flavors in it. Or it's very, very nice original tea and it's have nothing bad. It's really great because for a long time you still have a taste. So it's a lot of aroma, a lot of oils, always original